The mentor is a symbol or a metaphor for your conscience. Your conscience is the voice inside of you that tells you right from wrong. And it's been developing since you were very little. Your parents have worked with your teachers and other family members and coaches to teach you what is right from wrong. And they have been doing that to help you develop a conscience. So that when nobody else is around, you know what the right thing is to do. Once again, that is why the graphic organizer is a face that reflects you. We talk about these ideas as important to stories, but they're even more important to your life as you grow and transform. As far as the importance of storytelling, the mentor is critical. If you've ever seen the movie or read the story Pinocchio, you know that Jiminy Cricket is the conscience personified for Pinocchio. Pinocchio is going around on his journey to become a boy, and whenever he thinks about or tries to do something wrong, then Jiminy Cricket is there to warn him and tell him that maybe he needs to make a better choice. The mentor is very important, and oftentimes in movies and in books, you will see the mentor appear to the hero in the form of a wise old man or wise old woman. So you think of Yoda, or you think of Obi-Wan Kenobi from Star Wars, or you think of Oogway from Kung Fu Panda. Maybe you think of Abadada from the Conch Bearer, or you think of Spider-Woman from the twin war gods of the Navajo. These mentors have been shown as wise old men or wise old women because the idea is that the mentor has to have lots of life experience in order to mentor or teach or help the hero in their quest. The second idea with the mentor is a symbol of what the hero wants to be when they have completed their journey. Or think of it this way. Think of people you know, adults who you look up to because of the way they have led their life or the ways that they have become successful in helping others or what they have accomplished. And when you look up to them, you think to yourself, hey, when I grow up, I would like to be able to lead my life the same way that they have led theirs. That person then has become a symbol or an ideal of what you would like to be when you get older. The third idea here is very important, and one that we've talked about already in this video. The voice that guides you when no one else is around.
And then this guy popped up, and then we waited for you, and quite honestly, I
Kronk, why did I think you could do this? This one simple thing. It's like I'm talking to a monkey.
Whoa now.
A really, really big, stupid monkey named Kronk.
Ouch.
And do you want to know something else? I've never liked your spinach puffs. Never!
That's it. She's going down. Now, remember guys. From above, the wicked shall receive their just reward. That'll work.
There to tell you what is right or what is wrong. This is the voice that comes in your head and lets you know whether or not you are making right choices. Now let's open your flap and draw a large star in the space that has been made in the open flap. In the middle, write down 5 functions of the mentor. Now, not every story will include all 5 functions, but at least one of these 5 functions should appear in a novel or a movie that you're reading or watching. Now, we have spent some time already talking about how the wise old man or wise old woman is a symbol of the mentor. And we see this as also being synonymous or symbolic of the role your parents play in your life as being your first mentors. Now, please, don't pause the video now and go running to them and say, Mom, Dad, Mr. Sebek just called you old. Please don't do that. What I'm saying here is that the mentor is a symbol or an image for your parents, much like the fairy godmother in Cinderella was a metaphor for the protecting spirit of Cinderella's mother who had passed away. So the very fairy godmother came in to protect and give gifts to Cinderella, much like a mother would give to a daughter. And we see that for boys in the surrogate father in King Arthur, of course, is Merlin. Merlin guides King Arthur throughout his quest, working as a father figure. And of course, one that's more current, though it was written a long time ago, the role of Gandalf in Lord of the Rings as a father figure to the characters as they go on their quest to destroy the One Ring in the mountains of Mordor. The first important function for the mentor is teaching. Your parents were your first teachers. My main job in your hero's journey, of course, is being that of a teacher. And so teaching is a very important role that is played by the mentor within the hero's journey, and one that you will probably see the most often. The second most popular one is that of a gift giver, because sometimes the hero, in order to be able to take on the trials of the journey, needs to have a special gift in order to overcome some of their fears and doubts.
Father's lightsaber. This is the weapon of a Jedi Knight. Not as clumsy or random as a blaster. An elegant weapon for a more civilized age. For over 1,000 generations, the Jedi Knights were the guardians of peace and justice in the Old Republic.
The third idea is the idea of a motivator. Now, I know this never happens to you, I'm pretty sure. You never procrastinate, or you never feel like you're waiting to do something, and you just got everything under the control. But sometimes your parents and sometimes your teachers have to come in and remind you of the importance of getting a chore done or doing a job or getting your homework finished on time. So their job is to motivate you in order for you to continue your hero's journey and continue doing what it is you need to do to become successful. So motivation is a big part of the mentor's role. Another important function is that of the conscience. Now, we've talked about that quite a bit, so we don't need to spend much more time right here talking about that. Just know that that voice inside your head is very important. The fifth function of the mentor, and one that you can see in Kung Fu Panda, is that the hero will sometimes have to earn the gift. That the gift is not just given freely by the mentor.
You actually thought you could learn to do a full split in one night? It takes years to develop one's flexibility, and years longer to apply it in combat. Put that down! The only souvenirs we collect here are bloody knuckles and broken bones.
Yeah. Excellent.
Let's get started.
And what you see is that the mentor feels that the hero is not worthy, so that the hero has to prove themselves worthy of the gift. So in Kung Fu Panda, Shifu does not believe that Po is worthy of learning the gift of Kung Fu. Therefore, Shifu withholds that gift, and then Po must take advantage of the opportunities to prove that he is worthy and prove himself capable of learning that gift. So the mentor sometimes forces the hero to earn the gifts that they need in order to be successful, and once Po has proven himself, Shifu becomes a willing mentor. The idea of gift giving that often comes up in stories, sometimes there's a special weapon, a sword, or maybe a lightsaber, like the one given to Luke Skywalker in Star Wars Episode 4. More often than not, it's going to be some type of knowledge. It's going to be important later in the story, or a clue to overcome the shadow forces that are awaiting the hero as they go forth on their journey. And this knowledge, this clue, is going to be vital in overcoming whatever obstacles are going to pop up in the hero's way, much like the pollen in from Spider-Woman and the Twin War Gods. So the mentor has 5 important functions that we see all of them as equally important: teaching, a giver of gifts, a motivator, a conscience, and at times a person forcing the hero to prove themselves worthy of the gifts that they need to receive.